Boobs. Everybody loves them. This is how to grow them. We're hitting chest today. Going to start off with incline, bench press. This is just going to be a warm up. Everything is going to be 3 sets, trying to get around 12. And yeah, it's pretty busy, so we're kind of just going to roll with what we can find. Sometimes doing this with having like an open hand, I don't necessarily recommend it if you're new, but this kind of helps me feel it in my chest more. So I would only do that with like a lighter weight, but I noticed that when I let go and just kind of let the bar rest right in here, I just feel more chest activation. So if I'm having trouble, I could always go do that. Guys, I got a secret. We're on the juice again. I'm excited. We got nine good ones. I'm all right with that. We'll just stay here. I feel quite engorged, fellas. Oh, Jesus Christ. We fought for that. Woo. All right, let's go do something else. Completely forgot about back, so we're going to do some back shit. All right, I'm not going to lie, that machine row is pretty fucking miserable. So we're going to do the seated cable row, one arm at a time, really get a good squeeze, and I expect a really good lat pump. So when I do this, I'm trying to keep this handle low down here. Drag it. Oh. Whew. All right, let's do something else. I like to do lat prayers or like something chest related, but dude, there's people everywhere who wants to buy a chest fly, but I'll settle for this instead. You already did something incline related, like an incline, incline bench. We're gonna do this. Doesn't hurt. Plus, with something like this, we don't really have to worry about, balancing a bar. Oh man. Oh man, Jesus Christ. Woo. All right, let's go do something else. I really want to do a chest fly. All right, we're gonna have to settle for lat pull downs for now, until we can get some cables for flies, or at least a pec deck type machine. Then I also want to do lat prayers. Woo. Man, that got hard fast. All right, let's do something else. Dude, this thing has been coming in clutch the past couple chest days. I slept on this machine. If you're having trouble activating your chest, make sure you're like upright. For one, you don't really want to be super slouched. Big open chest squeeze. I found that even closing my eyes sometimes can help. One cue I've heard is like bringing your biceps together. Woo, my Lanta. That's feeling good. Bro, a chest pump like this will have your bro sending you that what like you up text. Oh, Jesus. I don't think cables are going to be in the cards for us today, so we're going to do this high row, but we're going to do it a little bit differently. I've done this before, but I'm just going to pull it down right here, one side at a time. Whoop. Slight angle. Really get a big stretch. If it's not abundantly clear, I'm trying to send my elbow to the floor. But yeah, and I'm just like trying to, if I were to elbow the floor, that's what I'm thinking of. And it's just going to go in the motion because you're, holding on to the thing. But oh my God, such a good stretch, really strong contraction. And holy Christ, am I warm. Yeah. Whew. Woo, man, Jesus. Bro, that was absolutely solid. Bro, I don't know if it was the juice again, but dude, that shit went. That shit went, dude. Uh, Everything we did felt fucking just perfect. Really happy with how that went. And bro, my lats are, I've noticed, I don't know if it's just a placebo, but I feel like we got an exceptionally good lat pump today. And I noticed it kind of looks like leaning out a little bit. Though that just could be hopeful or wishful thinking. It's kind of what it's looking like because I'm noticing a little bit more definition. Granted, my lats are pumped up, but like in the lat fucking oblique area, and that's pretty neat. It's kind of neat when you get to see these little things. They don't happen all the time, and you got to really like tough it out. But when you start seeing these little changes, makes it easier to go. That's for sure. But yeah, I wanted to say that's my big secret for today because, dude, this morning I was dead. I just decided to take the weekend to rest. And yeah, this morning I woke up just like, oh my God. And I was like, dude, after work, we're just going to go and lay down. That is all I wanted to do at 6 o'clock this morning. And then look, we just had a dynamite workout. Absolutely phenomenal. And it was the workout that almost never happened. But, I kind of, if I'm being honest, is listening to like Steve Harvey motivation all day, which I find listening to things like that, something that positive and motivational can kind of help you throughout the day when things might be a little tough or just like life's kind of, I wouldn't say got you down, but like, I don't know, you just need a little extra something to get you through. Just listening to positive stuff is helpful because you know what? You become what you consume. So if you're always consuming a bunch of negative shit, focusing on the hate or like everything that's wrong in the world, that's the only thing you're going to see. You're going to just notice the things that are wrong with the world and not everything that's right with the world. Because there's a lot of things that are going right. There is no time ever in the history of ever like right now. With just where we are as a society, technology, all that jazz, it's like what a crazy thing. Like the internet exists. Like we have these cars that we ride in or drive. We have planes and yeah. So, but when you're getting kind of down, I was talking with somebody about this, but she said that she was kind of feeling anxious. She's also going through a lot of change and whatnot. But I told her like, hey, anxiety is normal. Like not wanting to do something or kind of being worried or we have, again, with the information overload that we have now, it's so easy to just kind of get bogged down with everything and feel like you always got to be doing something. Like one thing that I don't like about hustle culture, which I'm all about, like doing something for yourself and like really trying to, reach a goal. But like the internet will have you believing that if you're not doing something 24/7, then you're being unproductive. And when it comes to like the gym, you know, if you work out every single day, you're pushing yourself super, super hard and you never rest, you're going to burn yourself out. I think we all know, like, well, you need to rest. But when it comes to other areas of our life, work or whatever, how come we don't use that same type of logic? We try to, like, we're always need to be constantly doing something, but like, that's not how people were meant to be. There's going to be downtime. We need to rest. There needs to be time for leisure. Like if there's never time for you to enjoy, you know, anything that you just like to enjoy doing for the sake of doing, what are you working for? You can't, money, you can't take it with you when you go. So, you might as well stop and smell the roses, as they say. But yeah, and, just anxiety is normal and you can't have, like, we can't have the good without the bad, right? So like all the, like, the worry and the, things that we occupy our mind with and whatnot, without that, we could not know peace. We could not know what it's like not to worry. We could not know what the feeling of security is because we'd have nothing to compare it to. And anxiety isn't, like, again, animals that were anxious, okay, those were the ones that survived because they were on more alert than any of the other ones. So they were able to sense danger sooner. So there is, like, anxiety. It is kind of our friend in a way. I think that nowadays anxiety has kind of been demonized, and people might think that you should never feel anxious ever about anything, and that's just not really realistic. I hate to tell you that. It would be nice, but that's just not how people work. People are super complex. We're emotional creatures. Emotions change. Life circumstances change. It's just how we adapt to it. And that's one thing that we can control is how we respond to the things that happen to us. But, there's nothing wrong with being worried about something every now and then. And, ultimately, that's kind of what makes us act. And it does feel good when we act, and, like, if we've been putting off something that we just keep thinking about and then we finally do that thing, it's just like, oh my God, Jesus, finally. And it winds up not being that bad. Like once we do it, it's like, why the fuck did we put that off? Why? But for some reason or another, we build it up in our mind to be like a bigger thing than it is. I read this quote in a book. I don't remember which. I've read 3 books lately, being a librarian now. But read 3 books, and one of them was like, it had to do with investing. I know that for sure. But it was, nothing is ever as good as it seems, and nothing is ever as bad as it seems. So, when we tend to catastrophize things and make these smaller problems seem like these gigantic issues. And there definitely there is some merit to them. There's not completely like, there's a reason why we're worried about it or thinking about it, but it's typically not as big of a deal as we're making it out to be. So, and we are our own worst enemy in a way. But yeah, so I think that anybody out there that's maybe considered an anxious person or they deal with a lot of anxiety, I would say, like, hey, express some gratitude. That certainly helped me when times were tough. I know when I didn't know, I just evaded not having a place to live. And I don't want to say homelessness because I could always go back up to Connecticut to stay with my dad if I needed to. I just really didn't want to do that. So to evade not having a residence in Florida, we'll put it that way. I just came out of that new job, broke as a joke, and didn't know where things were going. But each morning I would, go to work being like, man, thank you for giving me a place to sleep. Thank you, God, for giving me um, a car to drive. And I'm not a super religious person, but even just saying it out loud, it could be to anything, whatever. If you believe in a God, if you don't, you believe in the universe, whatever it is that keeps you going, whatever you have faith in, you got to have faith. Because I mean, I'm telling you, this world is much harder to navigate when you don't have faith in anything. Even just be an idiot. I said this before in a video, but I challenge you to just be an idiot and believe that shit's just going to work itself out. And if it doesn't, you'll figure it out. With that mentality alone, dude, I've been able to endure quite a decent amount of like change and like battles. And you know what? I've been pulled through every single circumstance that I've been through. Same with you, because you're fucking here right now. You gonna let me over, or thank you. Um, yeah, you've been pulled through every fucking battle that you've ever been in. That's how you're able to view this video. So if you have essentially a 100% success rate of making it through, what makes you think you're not going to make it through the next thing? Chances are you probably will. So keep your head up, keep on going. Again, we're all here in this thing together. We've got people that can support us, friends, family. Hey, even post a comment on this channel. Be like, dude, I'm really struggling with something. I don't mind talking to people. You never know what one conversation or just the impact of this one statement could have on somebody, or just feeling like you're not alone, or like you could just get that out. I don't mind being that person. I'm that person for my friends or anybody that wants to talk. So I extend that to all of you guys. Conditions are very rainy and people don't know how to drive in this state. So I'm going to end this video and really pay attention to this shit. So I will see you tomorrow for arm day. It's going to be a good one. I'm going to get more juice because that shit is banging. So I'll see you tomorrow for arm day. Remember to stay beautiful and that you are loved. And I'll see you tomorrow, bro. Peace.